Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Naomi. And I was just Laura and I were sitting in the backyard listening to Métis since 11 and reminiscing on some of the stories you guys are talking about and people calling in about their memories. And I'm sure Ray must be just so proud if he looks down upon us today and how much and how far the Métis Hour actually reached.
Oh, yeah.
So many thousands and thousands of people and, tens of thousands, in fact. So when you look at it, how much people he touched and yourself, Naomi, how much you touch. And even Cowboy Carl, but Ray was the legend. And he just knew how to handle people and how to deal with people and not get frustrated sometimes. And, sometimes he just, he's trying to get every caller in at the same time and they don't want to cut somebody off, especially if they're an elder. And then he was just so smooth about how he just dealt with his stuff and moved ahead. And sometimes we get, of course, the people that drank a little too much that morning, and they call in, and you have to deal with them. So
they were always a fun one.
Then they have the radio full blast, and they want to hear themselves on the radio, and they don't realize there's a 7-second delay, and so Ray had to deal with all those things. So, and he was such a classy man, class act. That's what Laura and I were talking about this morning here, and listening to. And I was just telling Cowboy, for all our listeners out there, Ray's got so much other music. Actually, I think Glory gave us some of his taped, not yet recorded music, and our team's working on it. I was listening to some the other day, and it's called digitalizing it.
Yeah.
And, so
all the reel-to-reels.
Yes, they're working on it, and they're getting some of the recording. He's never actually put in any CD or anything like that. So we're definitely look at it and figure out how we get that music out because he's a legend. He's a Métis historian in his own way. Absolutely. A man who was fighting against racism in the 70s when even I was just 13-year-old kid when his song first came out. So you start thinking about those things that he wasn't a politician, but he was somebody that believed in so much in who he was and what he stood for, and that's why I think it was so important, so well received when he and I connected, and after that we became close friends, and we've been friends for over a quarter of a century. So when you look at it, it's just the essence of it, and I could see the closeness you and Ray had, and when I listened to you here and listen to your stories, I could just see how much you guys meant to each other as friends, and you were at the hospital throughout no matter what, and it touches my heart now. It'll always be something special in my heart because Ray was so special in my heart. You're going to be special in my heart too. So
thanks, Dave.
Because you did, that's what friendship's all about. Good friends, they stand with each other through tough times and good times, and that's what's all about. All of that to me is so important. I'm a loyalist, somebody that believes in my word and keep my promises, So those are things that my mom raised to me, and that's why Ray and I think connected. We're Mama's boys. We used to not be ashamed to tell anybody we're Mama's boys and big sucks in our own way. So, but again, I love the music that's being played, especially some of the new music that I've not heard. Maybe I heard it, but it didn't catch on to me. But now you guys are playing some of his music. And when he performed too, he didn't play a lot of this music. He played some of the traditional songs he always loved to play. Yeah. But these songs are so well done by him. His voice is so beyond our local artists today, and I know they all look towards Ray because his ability to change his voice and many cutter singers and just the talent of skill set he had is amazing. But again, he's going to live on. His music's going to live on, and his voice is going to live on. And I actually really was touched by the taping you played of him talking to the callers. So Gord said, I think that's Ray. Because I thought somebody was. I thought it was DJ on the show.
Right.
And I said, no, that's DJ. And then I was listening. No, it's Ray. And we were listening. I had a big smile on my face. Just touched my heart. Yeah. I'm sure it touched so many listeners on our show to listen to Ray during his different callers that kids called in and as he talked to them and try to get their message out and their music out. And
their family too,
just unbelievable. But let me get some work done. I got to get some work done here. First, I want to send out our condolences, of course, to the community of Grand Rapids. the loss of Delny McGillivray. I'm saying it's a loss right now. They haven't been able to find him yet in Raiden Duck. They found Tyler Valentine. These are tree fishermen, hunters. That mishap occurred, obviously, in the waters when they're out fishing. And so Tyler has been found. Of course, he's now probably on his way to catch up to Ray somewhere up there. They're still searching for Delaney and Raiden Duck, and I think all the volunteers that are out there helping out. And, there's so many different ones that are making such a big difference, So I think Yvonne is cooking out there and helping as best as she can. She's part of the family there. And, of course, Minister Jones do his family. And so I told Minister Jones do is dropping off some finances there to help buy the food, more food for the volunteers. They're cooking for volunteers steadily and helping make sure they have drink water and the stuff they need when they're out there in the hot sun, searching and hoping and praying that they're going to find these individual losses. It reminds me of Duck Bay when we went through that. And we found the people from Falkirk in the water. I had my boats out there too. And so when they found them, they've got such relief to the family to know that they can bring their loved one home now, and knowing that they were not lost in the water forever. So, and of course, Grand Rapids is like Winnipeg, and deep water is big water, and of course there's currents there. So, again, to the families out there, condolences go from the president, of course, my cabinet, to all of you that are probably praying right now, and hopefully there is a hope of miracle that either Delaney or Raiden will be found alive. Someone maybe in the shoreline that have made it and are just injured somewhere, but there's always hope. But if the good Lord decided it's your time, there's no stopping that, no matter who you are. And so our prayers go to all of you. And thank you, Minister, for stopping, Joan, for stopping out in Grand Rapids and giving some resources on our behalf to make sure that we put our support to the families that are going through such a tough time. Also, get well wishes. My sister Rita finished her operation yesterday for cancer surgery, and our prayers go out to her, of course, and her partner, Al, my brother-in-law, and that's coming from myself, Gloria, and of course Francis and Charles and our families. We're sending out our best wishes for Rita, and that she overcomes this cancer. And surgery, according to her, she's still in great pain, but she thinks it went very well. She texted me this morning, 2 weeks to talk. She said right now she's on a talk on the phone. And so, but she's going through some challenging times with cancer, and she's brave, and she said, I could take the pain. Right now, I only got pain. I'll take that on any day. So I have a tough sister here. So, and again, for those that lost loved ones in cancer, we know how hard it is, and it's always a challenge. You see your loved one being attacked by one of the most evil diseases and sicknesses that are out there, cancer. It's such a vicious thing. And, we need to all pray for those that are going through these tough times and help them when their time is there, and show them that the Métis community is one community, one family, and we all help each other. I also want to give out, of course, birthday wishes. It's going on another mayor, for crying out loud. Reagan Mayer, that's Judy Mayer's granddaughter.
We knew it was coming.
They keep on coming. She's 26 this one. So, again, Judy, this one's a voter, Judy. We know it. I think she's planning her next election or something. Anyway, there's mayor after mayor having birthdays here. Friday, July 5th is Reagan's birthday, so happy 26th. Happy 16th birthday is going to Avery Zorn, Minister Judy Mayer's grandson. Okay, well, she's got to wait a little longer for that one. 2 more years before he can vote. And celebrating his birthday on Saturday, July 6th. And happy 71st birthday is going to Al Desjardins, one of the hot musicians back in the day. Still got a voice, and celebrating his birthday on Monday, July 8th. Of course, Al became an entrepreneur after him being a musician, and ran restaurants and has done exceptionally well for himself.
Happy birthday.
And he's going to help out. He's got the lineup for St. Madeleine, and I'll talk about St. Madeleine shortly. And by the way, Naomi, you'll be getting a call. We want you to co-share that with Oliver out in St. Madeleine, and bring your great voice out there. And of course, the ceremonies are happening, opening ceremonies are happening at 11 o'clock, I believe, on Saturday. And so the premier will be there. And there's going to be a big announcement, which our people have been praying for so long for this day to come. And just to remind our listeners and listeners on the show, and many, of course, tens of thousands that are listening, that back in the 1930s, it used to be a nice village there. We had a school, we had a church, people lived there with their families. And many went out to search for work, and they'd go out to work, and they'd go out throughout the entire summer working on farms and making enough money and saving so they last throughout the winter, and they do other things like trapping and so forth. But when they came home, their village was on fire, and they burnt the entire thing down. All their town was gone. They shot their dogs first, and just still one of the things that just as a leader, as a person that fights for rights, and I never give up on fighting for where we fit into Confederation, where we fit into Canada, to come home and find your village gone, your house is gone, your everything, your friends' homes, your cousins, your relatives' homes are all burnt to the ground. And it was all for cattle. You have cattle to be able to graze there, to have more places to share, to have more grass. And think about that. Human beings were less, and those Métis were treated less than anybody else in this country at that point in time. That is heartfelt to us. And I understand the Premier and I have been talking about getting this thing resolved where we get that land back to us, get the home back to us. Even though there's no houses there, we still bury their loved ones in the graveyard there. And so I want to make it very clear when we have this announcement that it's the beginning of freely reconciliation for us in that area, in Madeleine, and that we can start to really share that something's coming back home to us. Although there's a lot of sad memories, right now we have great memories there, and that's why you're going to have a load of entertainment and musicians and all that are going to be out there, and it's going to be a class act. And so I look forward to seeing you there, and Oliver, of course, hosting this event, and Al's got a massive lineup of musicians, and look forward to seeing everybody there in St. Madeleine. And I'm sure that there'll be, I think last year there was several thousand people that showed up.
Wow.
So, it's going to be big, July 19th to Sunday, July 21. So get out there, get your camper out there. There's a lot of places to put up your camper. And, of course, there's bingo. By the way, don't forget bingo. There's going to be 5 1,000 blackout games and, of course, a bunch of other games throughout. And there's going to be a horse show tournament and cribbage tournament and on and on and on and on. Different events that are happening. Of course, the late Joe Venn was part of the honoring this history. It was he had a dream of reconciling ourselves back and getting our land back, and then one day maybe putting some kind of memory that will last forever. So people will always understand when we talk about torture and hardship and pain and suffering and assimilation, this is a perfect example of how we were treated as Indigenous people in this country, how vicious it was. Like residential school was probably the most vicious part of all. And so for First Nations, they suffered greatly. And today we're still trying to heal, and they're trying to heal. And it shows the sad, unfortunate situation. And Ray's music talked about that. That's what I'm proud about Ray. Back in the 70s, nobody was, proud to be Métis. They were, they hid it. A lot of us.
Yeah.
Hid identity because you didn't want to get picked on because racism and discrimination was so strong. And was allowed. It was allowed to happen to you.
Yeah.
Like I remember leaving and going to I didn't know I swear I didn't know what racism was. I knew we were poor, not poor is the wrong word. Because we weren't poor in love and family. We had a beautiful family.
Yeah.
Yes, financially we were not rich. Financially we were poor. That's why we were poor.
Yeah.
Like we had the very leftover scraps. My grandpa made the house for my mom, and it was not a proper built house. When your blankets are frozen to the walls in the wintertime, and you have to try to peel your blanket off the wall because it froze against there's no insulation and so forth. So, but again, but I would never, ever change how I grew up, ever. I don't care if the good Lord came to say I could take you back and you could start and be born with a rich family and have all the fancy cars and fancy things. I'd say, no, I want to go back where the hell I came from because it made me who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. That's what Ray resonated in his music.
Yeah.
He was strong enough, proud enough, and wanted to show everybody that I am proud. I'm mighty proud of Métis, So, and other music he's played, you played one this morning about the white man. So, but it just is a way of demonstrating his rebellious position about being, I am who I am, and I'm not scared of any of you. So, but that again will be resonated. I'm sure some of the music that's coming out in St. Madeleine. But let me do some more birthdays. I went off topic there, but it's important. I want to really reference that day. And I look forward to seeing a lot of people there. I'll be there. I'll be camped out July 19th, of course, to July 21st. I'm going to finish off some birthdays now. Happy 44th birthday to going to Amy McPherson, Lady Arson. Learned from Janine, of course, Gary Hardison. And Amy is fantastic. She's taking some training in Europe. She's taking some training in the United States, Calgary. These are international training.
That's awesome.
Bringing a Métis artisan work to her work. And she does some of my best and everything like that. She is a great artist, so I'm very, very proud of her.
And my cousin.
She's a good artist, and I'm telling you, I'm very, very proud of her. Happy 5th birthday is going out to Treble Chartrand. That's my late brother, Albert Chartrand's grandson. And the reason is, people say, why the hell would you call a child Treble? When we first heard the name Treble, because it wasn't explained to me.
Right.
Because, his name is Treble. But if you look at the brightness of my niece, she is Stephanie, the reason they call it Treble, you spell it backwards, it's Albert.
Aw.
Isn't that nice?
That is awesome.
Yeah, my brother lives on under Treble. But he's probably going to get beaten up later on. Oh, you're Mr. Trouble, eh? It's not trouble, it's treble, eh? So anyways, happy 50th first birthday is going out to Minister Mark Toronto, of course, out in the Thompson region. Celebrates birthday Wednesday, July 10th. Happy 48th birthday is going to Marcy Riel. 48. Oh, Marcy looks like 37, 38 years old. She's a lucky girl. She's 48. And that's my birthday present to you, Marcy. She's done amazing work for us. She's Senior Director of Energy and Infrastructure, and she is the lead champion on the tree nursery. There's going to be 4, maybe up to 8 million trees growing there a year. So that's the thing of the mass ability we're going to have and the impact we're going to make to carbon by planting. And within short distance of time, 20 years, we'll probably have 50, 60, maybe even more million trees planted in the ground. So it's going to make a big difference for us fighting back carbon. And again, Marcy, thank you for that. But not only that, they do water testing, they do all these natural resources and energy infrastructure. And Marcy's a big lead on that. She's done amazing work for us. Also, there's going to be congratulations going to Janine Benoit and Ryan Didoshak. I think I said his name right. That's how it's spelled to me, Didoshak. So Genevieve Didoshak, she's a lawyer. And she's getting married, actually, today. I have to go to the funeral, then I got to go to a wedding.
Right.
And so she's getting married today, and I think at 4:30. Got to be there before 4. So congratulations to my chief of staff, Al Benoit, who's been with me for forever, since I've been president, basically.
Yeah.
So Al's daughter is getting married, and she was just a child walking around with crayon books, going to all of our meetings.
Oh, and the Métis Hour every Saturday, too, remember?
Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. And she'd be all over the place as a kid.
Yeah.
And now she's a lawyer and represents the Métis government. Think about that, eh? So we have our little Métis kids growing up and becoming our leaders of tomorrow.
It's
so
amazing.
It's good to see that. So, but let's not forget, St. Germain's event is today.
Yeah.
It's all open. I know that Glorium decided to say it was going to be a smaller gathering. They want to share Ray, because Ray shared himself with everyone in the context of his music. He touched so many lives. So they've indicated that let's have it at Calvary Temple, get a lot more people inside, and let people, it doesn't have to be just the Métis or just the family. It's going to be open to everyone. Everybody that Ray touched, you're more than welcome to come down and see, of course, all of our kids will be there. Their kids will be there. And, and the grandchildren and his great-grandchildren will all be there.
Yeah.
So it's just to see all his family there, and I look forward to being part of it. And, of course, we'll talk about Ray a little further when I get there and there'll be many talking about Ray and his music. And the music of the talent of his family is amazing.
Yeah.
Just in case people didn't know, like Sherry actually sang Elvis music like her dad in Las Vegas, and she actually was performing out there.
Yeah, and Cirque du Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil and everything. So this is a very talented family, and you got to give it that Ray's bloodline carrying on, and his music, DNA is still in his family, I tell you without question. So also, of course, I heard Gimli on the show, and again, wish them well what they're doing today. And Gimli's such a proud local, like just a new local, reborn, I'll call it. And they're out there trying to make sure that they promote with great pride their Métis events, Métis stories, Métis culture. They want to make it very clear the Métis are here too in Gimli. Gimli is known more of Icelandic community, but there's a lot of Métis that live there. So I'm very, very proud of the second annual Red River Métis Days in Gimli. That's, of course, happening in Gimli Pavilion Park. You heard the announcement this morning, 11 to 5. Everybody's welcome to 10. And you're going to have some great talent, great fiddlers. And I'm talking some damn good fiddlers. Going Jason Lapine, of course, inherited that from his father. And you look at the United Thunders dancers and on and on. And there's a lot, of course, lots of dancing, jigging, spoon contests, and so forth. And a lot of kid activity. That's the thing about I like about our Métis Cultural Days. We never forget our kids. We make sure the kids are there. There's also a bunch of dignitaries. The mayor of Gimli, of course, Kevin Shutt will be there. Billy Cross is sending a message in the province. I think she's going to be there. MLA Mark Wasilou, MLA Robert Lossiou is a Métis. I'm probably butchering his last name, Lossiou, and MLA Derek Johnson is going to be there, and RM and Gimli Councillor. So there's a wide group of dignitaries showing up there, and I said I have to. In fact, this is my situation. If I didn't have a funeral today and I didn't have a wedding today, I'd have to be choosing how do I cover Gimli, how do I cover Shell River.
I know.
Shell River right now is having their event July 5th, Sunday, July 7th, and that's of course at the Northwest region, as in Boggy Creek. And that again includes Cameron Campbell Band, Les Jerome Friends, Conrad Nabis, youth dancers, Darren Lavely's out there.
Yeah, he said he's going to do a moment of silence for Ray tonight. So.
Oh, excellent. Ivan Sled dancers are there, Northwest Regional Métis dancers, Sean Taylor Band, and more. So get out there. I remember my brother when they built the stage, and people wondering, why are you building the stage in the middle of nowhere, a small community like that? And now you see every year how many people come out there with their campers and their tents.
It's so much fun.
Out there. Oh, it's a lot of fun. And so I'd be stuck between now, how do I do Gimli and how do I do Northwest Region going to Boggy Creek, So, but again, I want to thank all both sides. I want to thank all volunteers that get out there, all the local executives that make this happen. Of course, the regional executive, whether it's Francis, Chartrand, Richard, and PJ, or whether it's going to be, and of course, Gimli. You're looking at the Interlake region, and you have Jack Park. You got Bucky, which is Alfred Henderson, and of course Mona Bures. And so I thank them again for working closely with the local and doing everything they can to help the local fulfill their dream of continue to promote their culture and their history. Also, we have the Elders Youth Gathering that's happening in August, so let's not forget that. And again, there's going to be a lot of markets and sales. I know they have a reporter for St. Norbert upcoming market. And so that's on the report I have here. I don't know why they have it there, but it's there. But I went there when I was here the other day for the announcement of the 150th anniversary of City of Winnipeg. So I stopped at the market. There's a lot of good stuff there, a lot of different things, a lot of products they sell. It's really become quite a large gathering. So if people want to head that way, they're more than welcome to show up. By the way, our grand opening, I'm inviting many people if they want to come. It's a grand opening of our Lake Mantle Resort and Campground next Thursday, July 11th. And we had to cancel the grand opening of the golf course and, of course, the RV camp, pro shop, all that. And then we have a great chef out there. And the RV camp will be probably ready towards late fall, but I assure you next year it'll be all ready. And because it's going to have direct water and sewer hookup, and it's probably one of the only ones near around here that have direct water and sewer up with the RV. And you could lease the area, a chunk of good land for yourself, and put your RV out there with the rest of them, and you have a place to go all year long, So every summer you'll be ready, your RV will stay out there, and of course it'll be all protected in locations. And there's going to be create about 10 full-time jobs and about 20 seasonal jobs out there. It's going to be 180 site campgrounds, so that's everything you could think of. Mm-hmm. And so our first phase one is 75 seasonal sites. So try to get them. Because St. Laurent is a nice place. They got a beautiful beach and they got a beautiful community. A lot of different even outside restaurants. But it's a beautiful place to go. So, anyways, get ready if you want to. I'll give you a quick number. Anybody's got a pen? When we finish my report in a few seconds here, you could call 204-646-2100. If you're thinking, where can I take my RV and put it up as my summer house or my summer camp? You have a place here now that'll have direct water and sewer up, just like you're at home. So 646-2100. So you call that number, 204, and you will book your RV site, and I tell you, you're going to be very, very proud. Now, one more thing I'll finish off here with. Guess what, Naomi? We're at 1,038 houses now that are purchased today.
Congratulations.
1,038 families that bought their houses. I keep on posting this as they keep on buying them. Because I just want people to have such great pride in the Métis. Our families, all they need is that one break. They just need that one helping hand, that one lift they needed to get to the next level and to get their head start. So altogether, that's $241,681,921 in mortgages. Wow. And they bought $55 million more into the economic spin-off and creating about 500 jobs overall. So you just, people forget about the contributions we make to the province, mm-hmm. and the impact we make to our economy in the province. Because a lot of people still have this ideology that, Indigenous people aren't working or Indigenous people are looking for handouts. Bullshit. And far from the truth, man. We work hard and we'll always work hard.
And we pay taxes.
You're damn right. And but people still outside, that's why I talk about, imagine that when Ray was fighting racism, and discrimination, it was because of that old emphasis that people thought of us as the poor, the handouts, the beggars, the homeless, the landless people, so they never, or the drunks, alcoholics. It was a tough time for our people. They were looked at a different way, and people don't realize what people did drink. And the veterans, for example, I met with so many of them. I talked to so many in my pursuit to get their justice, and I finally got it after over 25 years of fighting. I got it for them. And so one of the things they used to tell me is they couldn't take the pain. They couldn't take what memories they had. They didn't know how to handle it in their brain. And their brain was breaking. It was busting with all the pain and hardship they saw overseas during the battles. And then there was no one to help them. There was no psychologist helping them. There was no any programs or counselors. They were left on their own. They were told, go on back to your damn community where you come from. Not even a thank you. I think it was goodbye and see you around. Don't come and bother us. So that was a negative thing that happened to First Nation Métis. Yet they went fight overseas. In fact, they come back and now you saw them. What did they turn to? And they died so young because they wanted to end the pain in their brain, the sorrow in their heart, and they thought they would drink it away. And of course you can't. But that's what a lot of people did. And the same thing with residential school. So why do those families drink so hard? They drank so hard because there's so much pain in there, and they don't know how to get rid of that pain. And so that's why counseling are so important. Psychologists are so important today to help rebuild our family, the culture, finding your culture, finding your identity, finding who you are, and believing who you are. That's the only way you're going to get the next generation healthy. So we have to help the families. That's what Bill 92 is all about, with child and family. And I want that done with Canada. I want to find that very, very soon. So I'm looking forward, again, to traveling throughout the summer. I'm leaving for Toronto tomorrow. I just came back from Vancouver, but I'm going to Toronto tomorrow. And I'll be out there until Tuesday. I have a meeting with about 10 different businesses. And then I'll come back Tuesday night or Tuesday morning, I believe. And then I'll be back at the office. So in closing, I want to say again to Tammy, my niece, fighting cancer. And doctors say that she's probably going to be going to another world. And so I'm going to try and go see her. I'm going to leave the wedding early after the wedding's all finished. Maybe stop in quickly at the dinner. But I'm going to go down to the hospital and visit my niece and wish her well. And if my sister is healthy enough to take a visitor, I'm going to go visit her and her cancer fight. So, again, everybody take care. And, from my wife and my family, and my granddaughter's coming to the funeral. She was touched by Ray. She wants to be part of it. No. She's not feeling good, but she's going, and she said, I want to be there.
Well, she grew up with us, too.
yeah, it's going to be a proud day. It's a celebration. Yes, there'll be sorrow, but it's a celebration of recognizing a great man and a man that's our legend, and he's owned by our people. He's pronounced to be ours. It'll always be ours, and I'll make sure his memory is not forgotten. So you take care, everybody, and thank you for supporting the Métis Hour ×2, and of course Naomi, and of course Cowboy. Thank you very much for always doing such an excellent job. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.